about our civilization and the fact that our humanitarian move by bringing in the CAA, because it excludes the Ahmadiyyas. It excludes vulnerable parts of the Muslim communities, which is why the charge of Islamophobia is put on this law, because it just removes the right of Muslims who are also probably persecuted in some parts to take access to this law?
So I think it becomes important for people to refresh their memory. One, the discussion with respect to a CAA has been going on even before the BJP government ever came to power in 1998 for the very first time. That happened even before that. Second, to compensate for the bloodied hands that the CPIM inherited after the Marij-Jhappi massacre, in 2012, in their mouthpiece, in their magazine, they specifically said that non-Muslim minorities of Bangladesh must be protected through a law for the simple reason that most of them come from the Namashudra communities, namely the Dalit communities, who do not have any resources to escape that hellhole. That's a statement that was made both by the Congress and the CPIM and the left before the BJP ever came to power. That's point number one. Two, let's talk about the Ahmadiyyas. Ahmadiyyas are among the leading founding communities of this country, or whatever you call it, which is Pakistan. Okay, so today, if they are paying the price for that particular choice, Bharat has no obligation whatsoever to support them, because we cannot import people who have supported the concept of Pakistan. Second, if Ahmadiyyas wish to apply for citizenship in this country or seek asylum, the doors through the Citizenship Act, but not through the CAA, are still open on a case-to-case basis, because the government will then apply security filters to ask if they should be let in. But if they ask for treatment at par with the other 6 communities, the question that we must ask is, how many Ahmadiyya organizations and voices have stood up in support of Hindus who have been persecuted in Pakistan? The answer is zilch, zero. Okay, so I don't think we should be ahistoric or we should be blind to these realities. Pakistan is a very different reality altogether, a country which subscribes to blasphemy law of the worst kind possible and chooses to use that exclusively as a weapon against non-Muslim, let's say, groups and communities living there. I don't think anybody from there can actually ask for a right to entry into Bharat as a birthright. That's not going to happen under any circumstances.
Well, so let me ask you, how do you react to statements that have come in from the Kerala Chief Minister, from the Tamil Nadu Chief Minister, from Mamata Banerjee, that they will not implement CAA in their states?
Well, then they're basically saying that they will abandon their constitutional obligations and their duty under the federal structure as it exists. I'm happy they finally revealed their anti-Bharat sentiments and their latent separatist sentiments. I've been saying this all along, that as far as Dravidianism is concerned, it is at the end of the day glorified secessionism. And Kerala thinks that it is not God's own country, it's a separate country in itself. At least some of the people who are in power there, they think as much. So I think it's time that all these regional chauvinistic sentiments are put to bed, and the Indian state rises to this particular occasion to silence these internal critiques as well as the external detractors, because if that doesn't happen, we are looking at a gradual balkanization of this political union called Bharat.
Well, on that note, Sai Deepak, thank you very much for joining me on the News Hour tonight. Always direct and always fearless in the views that you express, but of course also somebody who really many in the opposition love to go after. Thank you very much for speaking absolutely frankly and fearlessly on CAA with your views. Thank you, and thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for joining me on the News Hour tonight. Good night and be safe.